Units need saving in the worst way. In the worst way. A bounce back is on the way for this Thursday card, guys. I'm excited. Hopefully we can turn this ship around. Let's turn this thing. It is the free three. It is your boy Noble Living. Let's get into it.
I love it, Noble. Noble, I also love your YouTube videos. I watched them while I was gone. That was fire.
But getting paid because yesterday we had a full sweep. Mike going under, that was just icing on the cake. Why are we going to go in such a weak AFC South? Unless we have the NBA Blowout Association.
Bang! Knicks take a 1-point lead with 13 seconds.
When you hear the sirens, you know what that means.
You got barbecue back there, and you didn't invite me. Hurt my feelings.
Good morning, my friends, and happy Thursday, April the 10th, and Masters Day, right? Start of the Masters today. I'm watching it right now. Who do they got hitting some shots here? Collin Morikawa is hitting some shots. So it is a great day when there's always the Masters, but hopefully you guys are doing well out there and doing a little bit better than I'm doing, because it has been ice cold here on the channel the last few days. Ever since the NCAA tournament wrapped up, it's like we were part of the Houston squad or something, and we fumbled that national championship, because the last few days have been rough here on the channel. But we're going to turn things around. In today's video, I'm going to recap real quickly how we've done here over the last few days, and then also talk about one baseball play and one NBA play. We're not going to go crazy with too many best bets today. I will have a few extra added on the action. I'm probably going to add 1 or 2, maybe 3 more plays throughout the day. But for me, this is more of a tail day. Like, if I'm not reading the board right, I need to get as much information as I can get. I want to go to some of my trusted other handicapper friends, see how they're reading the board, pick their brains a little bit. So sometimes I'm going to do less on the front end, so this way I can maybe produce better results on the back end. So you got to always adjust. This is a part of the game, guys. It's a marathon and not a sprint. You guys know that. So real quickly, how we've been doing. Yesterday we went 1-4-1. You can see over the last week, we show the weeks where we've made thousands of dollars. We got to show the week where we're down almost $1,000. 15 and 24 of the last week. That's no fun. A 1-4 day, like I mentioned yesterday, and one push, starting off with Denny Avia. He was our push of the day. This guy, I think the Trailblazers are like protecting him now because they realize he's probably their best player. So I understand why he might not play going down the back half of the stretch of the regular season. So we pushed on him. Our first parlay of the day, Kobe White doesn't get it done. Austin Reeves doesn't get it done. I try not to overthink it yesterday, and I overthought it. I just bet on the wrong white boy. I mean, I didn't know how, like, after I saw the tribute video, saw Luka tearing up, I was like, okay, like, bro might come out and go crazy, and he did. So shout out to him. Austin Reeves doesn't deliver, so this parlay was chalk. Our over, of course, when we take the over 9.5, they don't want to score no damn runs. The Padres squandered. They were 2 of like 15 with runners in scoring position. It happens, but it's just annoying and frustrating because I stayed off the over all this time, and then I wanted to take it yesterday because it was the right play on the trend, and it goes the wrong way up for us. And then I added an early favorite, my favorite of the day, and really the White Sox could have tied that game if the guy didn't pull his hamstring coming down the stretch. And then the Cubs, Imanaga got knocked up, and then our only other win of the day was Kawhi and DeMar coming through for us, getting us to 20 plus. And then when we added Pod, guess what? The dude is hitting 50% from the three-point line over the last 10 games. I'm talking about dude is firing, and he only goes like 1 of 7 yesterday, 1 of 6, and he blows our other plus 156. So that's just how things have been going for us, guys. So it's been a little bit frustrating, but it's okay because we can turn this ship around. So I appreciate you guys for always showing love and support. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, do so, because if we're cold right now for the last 1 or 2, 3 days, then guess what? That means things are going to be turning around for us, and you want to be on the side when we heat up. So for our first best bet of the day, let's go to the MLB card real quickly. A short slate, so I don't want to force anything. I do have a Nobu Nerfy out on the TikTok. We did hit yesterday 3 nerfies on the TikTok yesterday, so that did help us out a little bit. So hopefully we can do it again today. So we only have 1 nerfie on the board. That is on the TikTok, where you can see right there at Noble Living at the bottom. But for us, we're gonna look at this Brewers and Rockies matchup. You can see the Brewers are 7-5. Meanwhile, the Rockies are 2-9. We've got Ryan Feltner on the mound for the Rockies, and we've got Priester on the mound for the Brewers. The Brewers absolutely handled the Rockies yesterday, winning that game 17-2. I think that was the final score. Let me see if I go down here real quickly. Yep, 17-2. Absolutely dismantled them, and they won the first game of the series 7-1. A lot of people are on the Rockies. You can see here real quickly, if I go back up on action, sometimes I like to see what other people are on. You can see a lot of people are on Colorado. I'm not opposed to it, but you might be asking yourself, if Colorado's 2-9, why a lot of people on Colorado? It's because of the rookie pitcher that is on the mound for the Brewers. His name is Quinn Priester. He came over from the Brewers from the Red Sox in a trade earlier this year, and he last year wasn't the best, but this is like his first like real kind of season and call up to the big leagues. You could see real quickly here that he was at AAA Worcester earlier in the season. He had a 4.71 ERA in 11 appearances in 2024 between the Red Sox and the Pirates. And this is the thing that I look at, right? 4.71 ERA in 11 appearances in AAA. That is not very good. Like normally, like, you know, if you have like a 3 ERA, 2 ERA, it's like you can translate over to the big leagues. A 5 ERA as a starter in the big leagues, and now you're telling me you have to go play at Coors Field, one of the toughest places to pitch as a pitcher in general. I don't like that. I think that favors here the over and some runs. So give me the first 5 over 5.5 runs here as our first best bet of the day. Now we're gonna look also at Ryan Feltner's numbers here real quickly. Let me just pull up the over 5.5 so you guys can see. You can get this at -110, -115, -120. So make sure you guys shop around there. We're going to do it at -115 because that's the standard what we see. We're going to lock it in for 1 unit here. And Ryan Feltner on this season hasn't been like terrible. I don't know why I didn't lock in, but we'll get back to that. He hasn't been terrible, but also at the same time, he hasn't been spectacular. Let's go to Doink Sports real quickly. I know we typically don't use them for baseball, but I do want to use it because I do like their interface. It's growing on me a little bit. We could see here, he's had 2 starts this year, 1 against the Tampa Bay Rays, 1 against the Athletics. He went 5 innings in both of those starts, and then that's 15 out, so just 5 innings. 8 hits here, 4 hits here, and 2 earned runs. That's not too bad. But this is the thing that I noticed with the Brewers, right? Look at the runs that they've scored here, right? We could see right here on the right side, 5 earned runs, 3 earned runs, no earned runs, 1 earned run, 0, 3. So it's not that impressive, right? But this is the thing. Let's go a little bit deeper, and let's look at against right-handed pitching. They've only faced 2 right-handed starters to start the season. So thus far, they've 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 games, right? And they've only faced 2 righties. Everybody else has been lefties. That's like pretty alarming to me. And the 2 righties that they faced, Marcus Stroman, 3 earned runs, Brady Singer, 3 earned runs, 9 hits, 5 hits. So it's not a huge sample size, but a pitch to contact guy like Ryan Feltner, 8 hits here, 4 hits here, 2 earned runs apiece, right? At Coors Field with a rookie on the other side. You scored 17 runs the day before. You got 3 earned runs off of the 2 right-handed pitchers you already faced this season. I think we're going to get runs to get the game started off today. So I'm going to go first 5 over 5.5 runs as our first pick of the day. Let me try to lock this in one more time real quickly here. See what's going on. And then we will go to our NBA builder of the day. The NBA builder of the day, guys, I like it. I didn't want to force any other plays. I will probably tail a few of the sharps out there for a few NBA player props. But this one I really like, guys, and I want to keep it simple. And it's really just a don't overthink it type of builder lay. I know the 3 legs have been hurting us, and if this one misses, then I got to go back to 2 legs. But this is the one. We're going to go Ja, 20+, Brunson, 20+, and the Pacers. We're going to take them down from 9.5 to 2.5. I locked that in, and it got us to plus 100. If I can try to craft it here on the stream real quickly here, but we'll talk about each of these legs individually. Let's first talk about the Pacers and Cleveland since I clicked on it. The Pacers right now are in a playoff fight. Let's go to the NBA standings real quickly. We can see here that the Pacers have locked up. They're right now in the 4 seed, 48 and 31. But there's still a chance that they can still get to the 3 seed here. There's still a chance. There's still a little bit of a chance here that they might fall with the Bucks. I think we have like 2 or 3 games left. I don't know exactly how many games are left. But the Cavaliers have locked up the number 1 seed at this point. So they're not playing any other starters at this point. So because none of their guys are playing, none of their stars are playing, it's going to be the bench unit against the starters for the Pacers, and there's still some incentive here, given the fact that the Knicks tonight are playing the Pistons, who we could see here, they're not a lock for not getting into the play-in. They're a lock in terms of at least a play-off spot in, you know, from maybe a 7 seed, but the Magic might be able to make a little push right here again. It's pretty much set, but it's not guaranteed just yet. Now, that's going to lead us down here to the Western Conference, where a lot of things are at stake. From the 4 seed all the way down here to the 9 seed. You can see the Timberwolves here at the 8 seed, the Grizzlies here at the 6 seed. We can see here, yeah, those are the 2 main ones. Why? Because the Grizzlies and the Timberwolves are playing each other today, and that's why we like the job for the 20+. And then, meanwhile, I just spoke about the Knicks as well. That's why we like the Brunson for the 20+. So that's where the playoff positioning and the seedings come from. So essentially, with the Pacers, instead of it being 9.5, let's take it down to just under like 1, like hit your free throws, so under 2.5 for that leg, right? Now, Jalen Brunson is absolutely, you know, hooping. He's the Knicks' best scorer, but the thing for me, we know Tibbs is going to play starters a lot, first and foremost. You know that. But 2, he's the guy who missed significant time with an injury going into the playoffs. You want as much reps, you want as much time to kind of get back into a rhythm. If we look at some of his recent game logs real fast, Jalen Brunson in his last game out 2 days ago against the Celtics had 27 points. Before that, he only had 15, but the game before that, he had 39 against the Lakers, 25 against the Warriors, 31 against the Heat, 23 against the Grizzlies, 34 against the Sixers, and then we can kind of see what he's been doing from there. So he's had enough games under his belt since he's come back from that ankle injury to where it's like, well, these were pre-ankle injury. These are just the 2 since the ankle injury. So we need a little bit more reps in there, and then obviously they still have a lot to play for. We have a tight spread with 3.5. We should be without OG Anunoby in this game. I don't want to be excited because he blew our last best bet, but at the same time, that should mean more volume for Jalen Brunson. And then we'll also look at his numbers against Detroit. 31 against Detroit on the 13th, 31 against Detroit on the December the 7th, 36 on November the 1st. That's just this season, let alone last season, 28, 35, 42, 27. So just say that he has confidence against Detroit, he has their number, he likes playing against them, is an understatement. We just need 20 points. I think his line's at 25, 26.5. I do like it as an individual leg. That's the second leg. Third and final leg, Ja Morant. We can see 28 points here against the Hornets, 30 against the Heat, 36 against the Warriors, 26 against the Celtics. He's averaging 30 points per game over the last 10 games that he's played in. This is a guy who's also had some injuries, problems, as we can see a break here from the 14th to the 29th. So going into the playoffs, you want him to get into a rhythm. A lot to play for between these 2 teams. And then also, if we look at the total here at the top, 232. Pretty high total there, so I'm expecting a lot of points. Ja for 20+ is not asking for too much. And if we look at him against Minnesota this season, he's actually missed it. 19 and 12, 5 of 19, 5 of 16. So I think he'd be a little bit more motivated here to actually crack the 20-point mark. They also are at home, the Grizzlies are. And then again, these were also underneath the previous head coach, where, you know, the rumor is that the offense was not to Ja's liking. So I guess the offense is to your liking now, brother. So let's see what you can do. So essentially, this is what we're going with today on the free 3, guys. Real simple, 2 plays. Don't overthink it. I have gone a little bit heavier on these 2 plays on my personal bankroll, but just because it's like I want to do less is more right now, right? And I just feel like these, well, we have no props up, so I can't lock this one in right now. So let me see if the point props are up real quick. Point props are not up. All right, so I'll lock it in a little bit later. But for us today, guys, real quickly, we're going to go Ja for 20 plus, Brunson for 20 plus, and then the Pacers down to 2.5. We're going to go over 5.5 runs in the first 5 between the Rockies and the Brewers. And then we also have a Nobu Nerfy as well. That is going to be in the MLB slate. We hit 3 Nerfies yesterday, so make sure you guys tap into the TikTok to get that one. 2 plays, just keep it simple. All added plays will be here at Action at Noble Living. I'm going to tail a few guys today, a few sharps. I did take Brooks Koepka in a head-to-head in the Masters. I forget who he's going against. I think it's against Wyndham Clark. I think I took him as a head-to-head at like minus 135. So that's what I'm sweating. That's what I'm going to be sweating out today. I do like DeChambeau to possibly win. I do think John Rahm can put up a little bit of a fight as well. Those are a few long shots that I think. I took a, who else did I take on my, I sprinkled a few on a few absolute winners. Ludwig Oberg, I took him as well. I'm trying to think if there's anybody else that I took. I think I'm missing one more. I think I took Xander, I think I took him as well for a long shot. So a few top 20 finishes as well. So that's a little Masters action for you guys, all right? Appreciate y'all for tapping in today. As usual, tomorrow we should be back with 3 plays, but I just want to tread a little bit lightly today. Just, you know, it's been a rough few days. We don't want to lose too many units. We did a great March, so let's practice some bankroll management today. We'll be back tomorrow, all right, guys? Let's have a day. Enjoy it, and smash that subscribe button. Appreciate all the love and support, and let's have a day. Later, gang.